Heather, hello. Good to see you again.
Hello, nice to see you as well.
It's been a little while. You've been very busy.
Lots of different projects going on, but we're doing well. Yes.
Such is the life of a shop owner. Well, I'd love to hear an update on how ProShop is going for you.
ProShop is going really well. We have it launched across the company now. Every department is live with ProShop. So we went live at the end of September. So we've had 3.5 months now. And we're just starting to gather the data, and it's such night and day from where we were before. So it's been great so far.
That's great. What are some of the things that are different? I'd love to hear some of the anecdotes.
So many things are amazing. As far as pulling inventory, how it brings the records forward where you don't have to look for anything. So if you pull inventory from
certs,
and inspection reports and everything, it's just one click and it's done, and all the information's there. So it's kind of foolproof, which is lovely. Having the material on the PO linked up with ProShop so that the cert is always there. You don't have to go looking for it, and you know what you have right away as far as material inventory. We were kind of doing a manual system before, and
what
you had on the system on the shop floor, and now we accounting, love the integration with accounting. I do all the accounting here, so I'm actually able to do customer invoices the exact minute they ship, and vendor invoices such easy to match and update with QuickBooks. It's night and day. I was always behind in accounting, and now it's awesome. So now, I love it.
In the old system you came from, did you use their accounting or did you have QuickBooks?
I had QuickBooks.
Okay, but their synchronization or syncing didn't work well, or
no, we ran it. You couldn't. Their accounting software didn't integrate between Canadian and US dollars, and so because both sales and that kind of thing, it was very challenging, and to sync up with QuickBooks never happened. So for me, every time we invoiced or were invoiced, it was 100% manual input into QuickBooks. Whereas now, hit that button and all the information transfers down, and I'm done.
Nice. So you can invoice faster, which means hopefully getting paid faster.
Yeah, the invoicing, it saves probably 2 hours. Like if I didn't do it daily, then I would spend 2.5 hours a week doing invoicing. And now I'm doing invoicing like within 3-4 minutes a day, because it's just so great. It's just so fast.
Yeah. It's fantastic. And you were mentioning about inventory. And before we hit record, you told me something really cool and showed me something about the racks that you're doing and the labeling and how you're storing that in the digital side versus the physical side. Can you share and show us what you did?
Yep. So we have A-frame material racks holding our material. Yep. And so in the process now, we've 3D printed.
Those are
so cool. No mistake what aisle they're in, and we'll have vinyl letters to identify which row they're in, and it'll just be like a no-brainer. Just go pull the material from like D5 and you can't make a mistake. So
when the material is received, the receiving person will just put the location right in ProShop and shove it on that rack, and everyone knows where to get it.
Yeah. So what we had found in the past was that when material got pulled to the machine, if there was some material left over to be brought back to the rack, people would just put it in the next available slot and not actually go look for where the rest of the material was. So you could have lots in 3 different places, and you'd be like, oh, what's going on? So now it's gonna be great. Yeah.
And we did a simple but very real world application. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I love that use of a 3D printer. That's beautiful. And I'd love to hear a little bit about how your machinists on the shop floor sort of took to it. And are they putting in work instructions and taking pictures and things like that yet?
We haven't got to taking, we're taking part pictures, but not at the yet. So a bit of a staff shortage in the machine side.
Yeah.
Those guys, they were probably the first ones to come on board. As far as logging into their jobs and doing that. We just installed another 4 computers on the shop floor today. So then more access to it. We're still paper with the drawing on the machine. Just because we don't have enough computers at every terminal. So it's forth. But yeah, religiously they're doing that. And our deburring and cleaning team, they are doing excellent notes as far as how things are being done. So we do that once and then it's there for them forever. So they're doing an excellent job as far as signing into jobs and giving us detailed information as to what needs, how it's cleaned, how it's deburred, and we're keeping records current, you know, instantly. So it's fantastic.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I know that that when we spoke last time, you talked about how tooling management is a big priority. I know you haven't quite done that yet, but can you share kind of maybe reinforcing why you want to do it, the kind of the waste you're trying to eliminate?
Well, so we have material, as I said, 100% on board with ProShop. So when our operations manager allocates material in the purchasing dashboard, I instantly know what I need to order.
Yep.
And so it's just kind of, we don't have to talk about it. I just go in and I can do it and it's ordered and we can follow it. Whereas right now with the tooling, they are still using an Excel sheet and update the Excel sheet with what they need. Then they go get a quote and then they get a purchase order, and they're updating both ProShop and the Excel sheet. And
got it.
Every time they do it, I'm like, oh my God, guys, you got to start using it in ProShop because this is crazy. Sure. But we haven't done the tooling inventory full management ProShop yet, so it's a little bit challenging for them. So that is definitely high priority. But just knowing, again, just like with the racks, what cabinet the tooling is, we waste so much time looking for tooling and never gets put back in the same spot. And it's such a waste. Like there is so much money being wasted and we need to make that a priority, and we're getting there. But one of those jobs that's like so big, you're like, oh, I don't know where to start.
Yeah. Well, I know Robert can help you with the templates for importing those things. And I know we've had some clients, you know, literally hire an intern or a temp worker to come just catalog things, take pictures, you know, and then get it into a spreadsheet or put it right into ProShop and then, you know, upload that whole thing. I was visiting a company in Eastern New York, customer a few months ago, and we were talking in the office, and right out in the shop there, they were taking pictures of cutting tools and uploading them with a tablet. It was it's
one thing we are doing is that when tooling is ordered, Steve is doing the uploads from the product book. So he will get all the information from, like, so if we issue, say, a Mitsubishi drill, he'll go to the manual and get that picture from the manual and all the cuttings, whatever.
That's not parameters.
All the parameters for that. And then it's there for the next time. So slowly we're doing that. So every time he orders a tool, he adds it to ProShop and all the pictures that he gets from the website and that kind of thing. So he is taking the time to do that. So we have started. They just need to like kind of bite the bullet and go through purchasing. So
well, I can relate. It's you know, running a shop is incredibly busy, and sounds like you guys have been busy, so that's good. And I'd love to chat about QMS for a minute. I know you have your audit coming up in the springtime and hoping to do that fully in ProShop, but you got to get there.
Yep. So this quarter, it's 100% dedicated to bringing my quality manual into ProShop. So I'm currently using a lot of the functions of the QMS as far as like the on-time delivery, customer or supplier, quality records, all that kind of stuff is through the equipment module, so that when their certs run out, I get the notification that their certs have expired, so I don't have to think about when they're expired. We have our maintenance schedule for all the equipment now in through the equipment module, which is great. So I think by my audit, I will be 100%. And my goal is to have it done 2 months prior to audit so that I'm actually fully functional as to where to find things for the auditor. But nice having everything in one spot. Like there's no second system. There's no, let me run this report. No, it's right here. It's right here on the screen. So
well, hopefully that'll be a nice, easy audit for you. Very excited for that.
I'm an auditor, so you know.
And I know I didn't ask you this already, but are there any sort of metrics or even just anecdotal things that you've seen improve in the shop or the folks out on the shop floor have commented on?
I think right now for us, it's myself and the operations manager. He's actually able to trace where parts are, right? Instead to get up and say how many of the machined, how, you know what I mean? So
Sure.
for him, kind of sees a better picture from the computer as opposed to manually having to gather all his information.
Yeah.
He has board and he loves having the material allocation. So when he processes orders, he knows exactly what's on his shop floor and where they're going. And I like having from a QMS where it's traceable, right? So I go to that purchase order, exactly what work orders were used for, and I don't have to dig anywhere. So it's seamless in that respect. So the operations manager and I have really gone full into the ProShop, and I think him and I have seen the biggest rewards as far as time saving and organization.
Sure. Have you been able to be more responsive to customers when they call for status updates or things like that?
So yes and no. We're not 100% on with the scheduling module.
Oh, okay.
So if the parts are running, I can give an update without having to talk to the shop floor. As far as where it is in the schedule, I still have to go talk to someone. So that's also this quarter where we'll be putting it into the schedule, the jobs. We kind of move between machines a lot, so it's a little bit more challenging. But I definitely think I see the benefit in that, because then, you know, don't have to talk to anybody. If I'm quoting, I can be like, yeah, we're 6 weeks out or we're 4 weeks out on that machine. So that's this quarter. So this is our kind of final push to get everything into ProShop. So
nice.
We're excited.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited for you. And yeah, thanks for sharing that. I know that people are always interested to hear updates on how clients have gone. So it's wonderful to hear where you guys are at.
Yes, definitely a huge leap forward from where we were as far as our previous system. And, you know, I was just actually thinking the other day, I can see the savings for me in my job functions, and that's it's awesome. It's awesome.
Nice. I love it. I love it. All right, Heather, well, I'll let you get back to work. I know you got lots on the go, but again, thank you very much for checking back in with us, and hopefully in another month or so, we can check in again and see where you guys are at.
Sure, that's great, Paul. Thank you.
All right. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye.